As predicted, Spirit Halloween has released a new teaser for the 2025 season on Friday the 13th. This teaser revealed a little bit more of the theme, but most importantly, the names of certain animatronics. So in today's video, we'll be discussing the names and what we think they could be. For starters, we have here the Lantern Keeper. Now, honestly, I think it's pretty straightforward what this one could be. I'm kind of assuming more of like a Gatekeeper-esque character, just like a hooded phantom, ghost, whatever, holding a lantern. I feel like that makes the most sense for this kind of character. Nothing really too out of the ordinary, I feel like. Nothing too unique, but it still could be cool. They could completely surprise us. I feel like last year that kind of happened a lot where it was kind of generic names, but they did end up surprising us with certain characters. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really say too much on this one. Doesn't really sound too interesting, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, this one right here reveals two different characters, and honestly, I'm not really the most excited for either one of them. Of course, the main thing here is the Terrifier Santa Claus. That is one that I feel like a lot of us were expecting to happen, but quite honestly, I think most of us were predicting that they were just going to release a separate outfit for the pre-existing Art the Clown animatronic. I don't really see the need for them to release a brand new animatronic. Of course, maybe like this one has like a chainsaw, or, it has different audio to it. That might be something that they add to it, and if that's the case, then okay, I guess I can understand it. They've done it before where they've released multiple of the same character, year after year, like Pennywise, for example. Just really popular characters, and Art is definitely a really popular character, especially this past movie in that Santa outfit. It's very iconic already, so I can completely understand. The other character that they kind of teased here, which we'll get to later in this video, is Trick or Treat, another Trick or Treat animatronic from what we're assuming. Again, nothing that I'm really going crazy for, but we'll talk more about it later in this video. The next prop we have here is the return of Electrified Corpse. Now, this is a prop that I am very excited to see come back. This prop has grown on me a lot, especially with the confirmation of his return from the last teaser. I'm really excited to see what they do with him. I don't think they're really going to change him too much, maybe just better quality, but I think we're all excited to see this animatronic return. It fits amazing with this theme. Yeah, nothing really, much to guess with this one. We already know what it does and what it looks like, so it's just cool to see him return either way. Now, this next image is pretty interesting. It's like, like a sewer tunnel, if you will, and on top of it, there seems to be these names carved into the wall. We can't really make out what the names are, but they do have various symbols that probably relate to what they mean. The main one that we can make out is like that flame. Of course, we can't really see what the name is, but, we can't see a flame, so perhaps it's another kind of fire character. I highly doubt it's going to be like a Cremator-esque character. This might actually be that, gas mask character with like the whole like cremation gimmick that we were hoping to see last year with the Cremator but didn't get. This might be something more close to that, if it does go with that fire theme, which is pretty interesting. The other name, I have no clue. I'm not even gonna guess what that says for right now. This one right here is the most interesting name to me. This is Two-Faced Teddy. It's interesting because they released, two bear-themed animatronics 2 years in a row, which Barnaby didn't really sell a whole lot last year. He wasn't too popular, so I'm assuming this is going to be like more like a teddy bear stuffed animal toy-esque animatronic, which is way different than what Barnaby was, so that's, it's fine. But yeah, Two-Faced Teddy. So I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of just teddy bear that has a separate face underneath, very similar to like that tabletop that's really, really popular. Not the craziest idea, but they could completely surprise us and make a really cool, unique, creepy teddy bear animatronic, which would be pretty cool. This next one I'm actually kind of shocked to see. This is the Twisted Grandma. And now if it's anything like the supposed design of the Sinister Strawman, this is going to be pretty similar to that techie design of that, grandma that literally twists her entire torso to face you. You can hear a little bit of her audio in the background whenever they showed this. It was pretty creepy sounding, sounds like an old lady. I'm very interested to see if they actually do keep that design that techie had, though, because apparently they changed the design of the Sinister Strawman from what you've all been telling me in the comments. So if that's the case, then chances are they probably changed the design on her as well. I'm really interested to see what they do with her. It's been a long time, I feel like, since we've gotten any kind of like possessed old lady animatronic, you know what I mean? So I'm really interested to see kind of what direction they take with this, because I feel like Spirit isn't really in that department anymore of animatronics. So maybe they're going back to that, you know, which of course a lot of people are very excited for. But yeah, this is the last animatronic that we've seen the official name of, except of course for the prop that was mentioned earlier in the video, the Trick or Treat animatronic. Now, originally I thought they were going to go for a new character from the movie, but I mean, Sam is right in the title of this one, so it's a new Sam animatronic, or it could be the return of the 2019 animatronic, which I would find really weird because that animatronic was sold for a very long time, so it's still kind of fresh. And if they do return him, it's an interesting one because I don't think a lot of people were asking for him to return. But I do think this is a new animatronic of Sam, which again is interesting because, like, why would they make a new animatronic of a character that already had a pretty solid animatronic that's been sold for a long time now? Tell me down in the comments below, what do you guys think of this animatronic and the rest of the animatronics in today's video? I'm guessing Spirit Halloween is actually going to start releasing the animatronics very, very soon, so we'll have to wait and see what these guys actually look like. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.